Hello and welcome to Phoenix Gaming. I am playing the Bazaar again today, and we unlocked this adorable little guy Dooley and have been absolutely crushing in normal with him. So let's try ranked for our first time with this guy. So I think the reason that Dooley really works for me is that there's lots of like little combo-y sort of stuff that you do right at the beginning. You get given a core and you can build your whole game plan around this. So like this core is going to reward us for doing lots of criticals, and this core is going to reward us for doing lots of burning. Yeah, burning seems fun. Crits are good and all. So I found with this character that if you choose an enchanted item and you hit and it combos, just absolutely dirty stuff happens. You get a lot of free early wins. So let's see if we get any luck here. This golden crypto is an absolute dud. Here we can slow stuff with crit chance. That would have been good if we had the other one. But here we're going to take these thrusters. We're going to burn both of us and then deal damage equal to this item's burn. Entertaining. Okay. So if I put this to the right of this, it's going to get additional burn, but it's burning both of us. And if I put this to the left of this, then it's going to actually charge the core. So I actually think by default, I'm going to have it on the left here, but we'll fiddle around with that as time goes by. Happy to buy some small and large items from our friend here. Unfortunately, no burning stuff, so we want to go for things that are fast to charge this core as fast as possible. Not mad at first aid in here, especially since we're burning ourselves, right? I think that's good. Not a total hit, but not a miss. We're going to go for Pyro here because Pyro gives us possible access to flame stuff. So we'll get some more goodies from him, which we appreciate. And I mean, it's pretty much going to be an auto win. Dooley, I think, has an easier time at the beginning because you get this starting item. And it's an okay starting item that like ramps up fine, but you kind of build your whole setup around him. Seems like he's a character that rewards having lots of small items more because using items to the left, that's a really lucky pull. Using items to the left of this, charge this. So like you kind of like set up this whole structure. Let's look for some more small items. Here's some burning right here. And I actually really love this one. This gains additional value. You can sell it to gain damage on your core, but I don't think you can get damage on a core that doesn't have damage, is my understanding. But it does generate additional monetary value. And I've got this puppy up pretty high before because I'm just already high rolling. And so I don't feel the need to fill my whole board. I'm going to take the free regen here. And I'm not sure how this is going to go for us. I mean, I think that the rocket boosters there are pretty solid, but we are burning ourselves. So if they have a good setup, we might be in a little bit of trouble. They've got a pretty fast katana here that does a lot of damage. I think we've got, and they're on regen 5. This is going to be, I think, a pretty close one, but I think with our 20 healing, we might be able to pull it out. It's looking very, very close. I think it all comes down to that katana timing because, yeah, we just got whammed there, but we just bled him to death. Okay, so one more katana hit here, and we would have been nearly toast, and that was right about to be there. So it was close. The power of Dooley perseveres, though. We get our first win. Hooray. Pretty much we're looking for small, quick burning stuff. If we can get some shields, that's good because the shields will counter the amount of burning we're doing to ourselves. We don't get a lot of money, but I'm still tempted to go shopping for small things. Maybe I just want some free stuff right now. I do want an upgrade hammer, so I can upgrade either the rocket boosters or the ignition core. We're going to get more fire. Here we go. Small stuff. We do have a friend. Let's actually push our experience points. Really easy to have friends as Dooley. And then let's set up our board here. I think we're going to go ahead and upgrade our core. Should I upgrade this? I think we need to upgrade our core at some point, and we're not likely to. We might actually get rocket boosters. This is when you use any item to the left, items to the right gain burn. So I think actually we want to put this over here so it can gain its burn, and then everything else to the left to fire off the core here. And there's something interesting to be said about this. The rightmost, leftmost thing is actually really interesting with Dooley because you already have this sort of left-right structure that exists due to having your core. And so, you know, in some ways, an argument can be made for us just actually like only having the core be the burning piece, just put it all the way to the right and everything else just triggers the core is sort of a fun aspect of this. I probably should have actually, and when I need to get aggressive, I need to be more thoughtful about where I'm putting these actual obsidian thrusters here. That's not going to do too much for us. But look, we gained 2 money value. Hooray. Do I want income? $4 now, income, or buy some stuff. I think we're good. I think we can accumulate money for like a big shopping trip. We can get this weird liquid thing, small non-weapon, small and medium items. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's go shopping here. Double up. All right, and then here, when you use a small item, charge this. Micro Dave is not too shabby for us in the long run if we want to keep doing burn stuff. So we do like all burn and Micro Dave. Yeah, that seems fun. And we'll not do a refresh because we're a little low on cash. Bronze tool. We have Micro Dave to fill the 2 spaces, so I pretty much just tend to default to the 2 golden loot items on these. And that's going to accelerate our cooldowns, which we're certainly going to put on our core because we're pretty sure we're going to keep this for quite a long time. And Micro Dave, I think, can be on the left here because we want it to charge. What do we want? I think, how often is this going to fire? With 4 of these guys firing, you could argue that this has like a 3 to 5 second cooldown, which means it's going to fire a lot, which actually means we want it to get the boost over on this side. I mean, I guess firing a lot means that it's going to do plus charges a lot. So it's whether we want the like the 16% boost on our ignition core or the strength boost on this. I think we're going to try this for now. We'll see how this feels. And I'm feeling pretty good no matter what our opponent has, honestly. Like, we've got a nice fiery setup here. They've got a lot of healing, shields, and a strong long john. So actually, we might be in trouble. That's a lot of pain coming in. Some extra damage over here and here, but they might just be able to live long enough to fire this off a couple times. That being said, they're pretty slow other than that. So actually, I just have deeply underestimated the power of fire here as we put 70 points of fire on them, and we absolutely smoke them. So I was too intimidated by the big 120 number. And I think these fire boosters are, let's see, this fired 3 times. Yeah, exactly. This fired 3 times. So like, if this fired 3 times, this is probably a +2, +4, +6. 10, 12 additional fire that we generated off of Micro Dave here. Something like that, as opposed to an additional half fire of this for like 4.5 burn. So, okay, putting Micro Dave on the right seemed like it was actually the right call there. I'm saying 2, 4, 6 because it's like it adds +2, but then the next time Micro Dave fires, it's maybe a +4 and so on and so forth. Oh yeah, and then was everyone doing their this guy is not doing a ton of heavy lifting. Sure. Oh, we should have put the rocket boosters not next to our memory card. That was a greedy choice. It should be sitting next to our core instead to fire that off. This is the more strategic choice. And I should make this change, but we're gonna go fight an NPC, so we're gonna continue to be greedy here. Medium items means we're pretty much just looking for a Micro Dave there. I think we're gonna save our cash and just get some health. It's early in the game. I like getting some free health here. Extra 50 health is pretty significant. I like the mountain pass just for the chance of hitting a monster. Extra monsters, extra rewards. It looks like that guy breathed some fire. I actually don't remember ever fighting this guy before, so I'm sure I must have. Looks like he's on the weaker side, though, so we're going to cruise through him. Oh, I see. Corsair stuff. So, I mean, if we're lucky, we get some cinders off of this guy. I think that would be kind of our dream pickup. And we'll probably just throw the cinders on our core. Yeah, he's got no hit points, apparently. Your burn items have crit chance. I'll take it. +2 is not very much, but since I didn't have to work for it. And we're feeling strong, so we're going to go here. I guess actually I should be putting these boosters next to this and putting first aid in over on the left side. If I want to be greedy but still more powerful, that is still actually a more intelligent place to put that. And then since this is not firing that much, if it's only firing 1 or 2 times, actually maybe it makes more sense to put it on the left side over here, since the additional burn is not really like hooking it up a ton. Right? I mean, in this fight, I think we did fire it 2 times, so +2, +4, something like that. 6 extra fire. It's not bad. Hooray, ammo, which I don't use very much as Dooley. Maybe there are some ammo builds, but I feel like not so much. It's a fair amount of skills here that I would not mind having. But upgrading Dave's not bad. Upgrading our thrusters is not bad. I'm going to go for greed here. Oh, that's nice. We're going to go for fiery. Yeah, we're going to boost our items. And so this is kind of an interesting choice because +2 burn here is like kind of bad for me because it hurts me as much as it hurts them. But it also adds the damage boost. I think I'm just going to put it on this, knowing that I want to be running my fire core all game long. So it doesn't feel too dangerous to do that. 1 income at the end of round 3 doesn't feel as good. We do need some more stuff. We've got 2 spaces here. So I do want to buy something before the end. And some toughness or shields here doesn't feel bad. Welding helmet certainly does not feel bad here. I think we're going to go for the welding helmet. And then I think we're going to save our money rather than spend the 4 on the redraw. If it was 2 on the redraw, I'd probably go for it. All right, let's figure this out. So we want our rocket boosters. This is every 4 seconds. So it's going to fire a lot, which means, I mean, it's interesting. If I wanted to fire a lot, I want it on the left and on the right. But Micro Dave fires pretty quickly too. 5.6. But we want it to be boosted, I think. Yeah, let's run this. These guys as my whammies and these guys on the left firing out here. Let's see how this goes. And we'll see if we can keep up against Accidental, the Grand Founder, with his super shiny border here. Looks like he's got Ganjo to boost up the Boomerang. Boomerang's not very good right now, though. I think we're going to smoke this guy. I think he's building for the long term and has just not a lot of structure right now. So, yeah, not even remotely close here. And so you can see how this memory core, you know, this is now adding a lot of value that isn't just like money, but like if I had a core that actually cared about the damage, it's doing a lot. This looks really bad on paper and has super impressed me, but maybe it's just because I've been off to super hot starts at the beginning. Interesting. Looks like Micro Dave's not really doing his job in oh, well, of course, whichever one's on the right is just going to be stronger. +3 burn. So 9 extra burn. So they're actually doing an equivalent amount of burn, but this is still doing more work here. So that's interesting and duly noted. Dave has more synergies though with like friends and other small items and stuff like that. He's also lower level. So not necessarily much better or much worse, but definitely notable. We don't really want a weapon. Gumballs are not terribly exciting because I don't have like weapons that I can boost. I think I'm going to go to JJ and see what he's got. Charging stuff is fine. Burning stuff is a thing I do. Interesting. I guess this could just miss. I don't think we want any of those right now. This was not a huge success for us. I've wanted to do this red button thing. That seems really fun, but I tend to always go for small things with Dooley because value, generation, positive points. We're working at the docks. We're not going for a weapon. It's a tool or a shield item. I think I'm going to go for a shield item. Cargo shorts. Not really anything we're going to do anything with. We're going to be greedy. I think this is going to be a tough fight for us. But we really put on the pain. I originally thought that these rocket boosters were like awful because the like affecting both players thing is pretty bad. But I really like the, if you know that the fire is incoming and they're not doing any fire, it ends up being really pretty impactful because it adds to the fire effects. It's cooling down your stuff, and there's a couple things that Dooley has that like allows him to sort of like mitigate some of those effects, which I think is really cool. And I played like a run where it was like when I was burned, good things happened. So like that felt pretty incredible. Yep. We will take shield equal to our opponent's burn. Get a super friend. Or small items. Small items are pretty good for us. There's a lot of small items we want to upgrade. I quite like capacitor just for like firing off the core a lot. But I don't think we need to buy it. I would be more happier to stumble into it. We're not doing like a friends thing. This and adjacent burn items get 2 burn for the fight. I mean, that's a lot of burn. I think we have to try this. Metronome seems really cool for some cool combo builds. I'm loath to like put something that doesn't actually like fire itself, so I've been too scared to try it, but we are going to do this. I think it just does a lot of work. Let's go to the convoy pass and see if we can hit a monster. We can. Perfect time for us to test out the Omega Ray. I think we're going to absolutely smoke this guy. Actually, I guess it's interesting. Maybe I should be putting this Omega Ray here. I thought it, it was like, oh, it wasn't going to fire as much. It like wants to go with these guys who are going to fire the most. But this fires decently regularly. Killed this guy so much I can't even assess what's going on. Everything just fires once. Jeez. Get wrecked. Haste your items for 2 seconds. I've got extra ammo, right? Actually, not bad. This is the point where I maybe stop being as greedy with this memory card. And I do this because I get to fire it twice, and just hasting and firing off all this fire seems pretty good. I at first was like, oh, those potions are really bad because they only fire 1 time. But with just a little bit of extra ammo, it can do some really nasty stuff. Quadruple cast. Wow. Okay. So he's got quadruple fire here. So we might be penalized for our fire here. But it doesn't matter. We're too fast. Screw you and your pay to win content, bro. No, it's I don't think either of those are terribly powerful. Yeah, I mean, I am curious. We just fired off really quickly. This did its job twice. It's pretty much all it needs to do. I guess it can never do more. So even if it tried to fire 5 times, I wouldn't even know. Silver tier item is not bad here. There's a number of hits we can get. Okay. Fascinating. I'll have to consider whether that goes next to Microdave or not. I think we're going to take some XP here. Try to rush our way up to 7. We don't need change. Sure, these are all not considered to be weapons. Yeah, we'll double that up. I think that just improves its value now significantly. Nope, I was wrong. It just adds it. So it doesn't make it like it's double or anything like that. So it was actually kind of a waste, but helpful to know. We're not using weapons. We don't need that. Either place cooldown is reduced by. Okay. So this is basically going to fire every 3 seconds. And charge this. That's actually pretty interesting. I think that actually does a lot of work. This one's fun. Just charges the core. But we're pretty good on small space stuff, I think. I think we're going to ignore it for now. All right. We're definitely going to fight the mayor of Trash Town. I should just sell this. I don't know why I was waiting on that. I think we're feeling pretty cocky. I think we are going to put our memory card into play. Use an adjacent friend. Haste this. That's it. Every 9 seconds, though. And haste for 2 seconds basically says operate at double speed for 2 seconds. So it's really kind of like an 8-second cooldown. I think this is too slow of a cooldown. I think this is still just like worse than this. Because it charges these guys. Maybe if there were like a lot of friends. Yeah, I think it doesn't quite do what we needed to do. This is pretty good, but I don't think it matters. I think I'm overthinking this. I think we're gonna delete this guy. I mean, he's got his angry dog, but I just don't think that he has anywhere near enough damage fast enough. And if he does, we're gonna like get shield. Yeah, easy fight. Actually, should have put the memory card next to this in case I was open to fire it multiple times. Double damage. That seems really cool for a different build. Seems like a nice get. An enchanted item. We're going to look at small items for sure. None of these hit. I love the Uzi on Dooley. There's a lot of cool things you can do with this, and like just taking like left side plus 20 damage like makes the Uzi just suddenly pile on tons of damage, and it fires your thing. I think Uzi is actually very, very good on Dooley. This is what I was talking about. Cleanse your burn. I am actually going to buy this because sometimes there's just NPCs that you like beat that you normally couldn't beat because you have it. It's like literally having a sideboard in Magic. It's I think we upgrade our core. I don't really know what the upgrade paths are with this yet, so okay, +3 burn to the right side. That seems entirely legit. Always choose Finn's Big Bite. This is my favorite. Love him. So much value. I played a shield build last time, and just having him boost the shield was pretty nasty. All right, we shouldn't be confident here. We don't know anything about our opponent. 32. I mean, it's only going to fire twice, so I don't really care, but that's a lot more damage than I thought it was going to be. Why is it so high? Whatever. Maybe that's just his base damage. I thought it was lower, though. Are you lagging? What's going on here? Okay, we're definitely lagging a smidge. I'm having some weird internet stuff, so I can't say for sure it's the game, but it might be the game. Oh, they're going greedy. They thought that they were good with their knee braces, their submarine here, their hasty submarine. I think we're just gonna out damage them by a lot, though. And they don't put. I guess they put a fair amount of poison on us, actually. But I mean, yeah, we win by like a gazillion. Easy so far. 5 wins, 5 days. I'm telling you, this like early Dooley combo stuff is just crazy. And then you don't have to like worry about playing against the like really powerful pig builds at the end. It's just really nasty. There's a couple medium items that we could hit here that we'd be happy with. What are you? That's pretty funny. It's basically I spend a second to spend your second, but it's 2 slots on my side. entertaining, but I don't think we're going to do it. We don't really have shields that we want the welding torch. I haven't done a ballista build, but that seems really fun. Just hasting it a whole bunch. DJ Robot's very hilarious. When this gains haste, gain burn. This is more kind of like a combo. We're not doing haste stuff, right? Yeah, this is just cooldowns. I don't think we need that. Whiff for us. We are doing haste stuff. You fool. Always take fins. We don't need heal or shield boosts. Yeah, we're going to weigh out damages. I don't think I ever lose to this guy. It's cute. It does like poison, and then like when it poisons you, it like heals based on your poison levels, but it just doesn't generate enough poison. This item does look cool though. Poison gainer generation. I love anything that just generates tons of value, but this game is so explosive that like these sort of like slower value build things I think just tend to die. That's sort of a wasted skill for us probably. We'll take some burn skills for sure. Extra 30 burns, not bad. Oh, I mean, that's a no-brainer. Non-weapon items. That's a hit. Cog here is actually pretty good. We can kind of just like rush stuff on the left side. Is this cog just basically better than the energy potion? This is haste all my items because I'm winning so quickly. But in the long term, I think I'm going to be happy that I have this cog available to me. Because I think this is, as my opponents get tougher, this is going to start falling off. And these are all whiffs. I guess I could... Poison's not terrible for me now. But I don't know. I don't think it makes any sense. I think just like hyper forcing out the fire is like the way to go here. Speaking of, I'll take a hit. I'm worried that we're going to get to a point where we're just not going to get these obsidian thrusters boosted anymore because they like basically stop showing us bronze items at a certain point. So, yeah, and I've skipped over the like bronze upgrades, which maybe was a mistake. So that's maybe a lesson to learn for the future is that I should have used the bronze upgrade rather than going for the bronze skill. I tend to get pretty good bronze upgrades because you get those little the event with the two robot dudes that look all happy, and they upgrade your bronze things. So I don't tend to be too pressed about my bronze things, but I've got both micro Dave and these boosters here, which I am actively using. Again, pretty easily win here. Just put out way too much fire too quickly. And micro Dave's even better because the or no, we haven't done the cog yet, but it'll be better when the cog comes out because it fires off even faster. Yeah, the medium thing felt really bad last time. Medium, but I have a lot of small items to sell, I think. Yeah, this is maybe a good time. This was really fun. I built a build where I like sort of like auto locked my opponent using this and my core, which was like immune and just hate. It's a very, very cool item. All right, we're clearly not using this memory card anymore, even though we probably could. I think I've said that the bomb squad is not good enough. We are going to keep the coolant and the cog. I probably could keep the red button for like speculative large build later, but I think I'm just already doing good stuff that the idea of like kind of hedging into a second build seems somewhat unnecessary. Pretty funny when the like ice goes and you're like, oh, is anything gonna fire? And then all your things start firing. And now this penguin is another one that I don't think he does quite enough. I think he just gets smoked every single time I fight him. He slows you down. But he doesn't put up enough shield, enough healing. We're not going to use this, but we're happy to take the $12 for it. So always nice when we get something big. Silver friend. No. Don't need that. Sure, let's go fishing for gold items. Burn both players 15. Slow all enemies. Do this once. I don't know why that's good. When you use the core or another ray, charge this. Maybe this is fun. I'm curious. I love this one. Hasting the core is very, very fun. Obviously not for this with the plus 20 damage, but I think it's really cool. Let's work at the ducks. These tools? Are any of these things tools? No, it's mostly tech that I have. Sure I do. I just don't have this big thing. I tend to not try to sell things until I absolutely need to at the last minute. All right, let's try this beta ray. I think this is going to be cool. We're going to make it a little bit faster. Yeah, let's see how this goes. The other thing I'm considering is if I'm supposed to take out Micro Dave here and put in like Cog, Energy Potion, or if I take this out and put out Cog, Energy Potion, right? Because I can always do this. Just hyper things out. Actually, I wonder if this is the way to go. I wonder if this will just haste this if I put it next to this. And then like fire these like crazy. Let's try this. Let's try this like hyper fire acceleration and see how this goes. How that looks. Cow can cry. All right. Ooh, we got a friend build here. I have not had this core yet. Everything's fast. We're moving fast. Firing things up. We're up to 44 on this beam right here. Jesus. Yeah, well, certainly worked. This only did 29? Oh, I guess it only fired the one time. This fired 4 times because these fired so quickly. Oh, of course this goes on this. Why did I think this wasn't going to fire? I don't know what I was talking about before. Wow, this fired 3 times. Because this fired multiple times. That's pretty juicy. Not going to lie. I don't want this for my next fight because I'm fighting against NPCs. I need to make some room for chocolate bars though. So this so I can sell the scrap, but then we put Dave back because Dave seems like he's a little better than this now. And we'll make room for our chocolate bars. We're just gonna get the free chocolate bars even though we're kind of like loaded with cash because I want to be able to buy some crazy stuff if it comes down to it. These are not helpful for us. I mean, that fires our core so much with multicast every 2 seconds. That has to be nuts. We have no support for this, but it doesn't matter. That has to be insane. We're going to prove it right now. 3 seconds, 5 seconds, haste everything. I don't think haste everything is as good anymore. Haste one adjacent item. But this itself fires faster. Because we're just basically firing this off a ton of times. We're just always fighting the toughest thing. And then we can see, like, see this Uzi is going to go, brr, brr, and then, yeah, we're just going to see our core go up like crazy. Our core's already fired 2 times. Third Uzi, third core. And we're up to 50, 40 fire on these guys every time they fire. Absolutely bananas. 148 fire. Wow. And Micro Dave really doing as a bronze who we might never upgrade is doing so much work. This is actually not doing all that much work at all because it's not firing. So we could consider getting rid of that or putting something on the left side here. Oh my God, 10 times. Yeah. God, I love the Uzi. Use a weapon adjacent items. Sure. I don't know what I need crits for, but do I put this here? I mean, I want this to have this cooldown effect, but at the same time, giving it crit, what is it? Giving it crit chance every time I do that seems absolutely nuts. We're definitely enchanting an item. Do I want to enchant with damage? I think I do. I think I'm bursting people down. So I'm going to enchant the core with damage because we fire it so much. This is going to be 200 damage. That seems pretty disgusting. Now I wish I hadn't sold my core chip from earlier. I don't need any of these things. Although the gumballs are actually pretty good now because this going to 17 or 18 damage is much better. And the like smidge of cooldown. This guy likes medium stuff. I think we're done with the welding helmet. I think that Micro Dave's just showing us he's the truth. Oh, we weren't actually even selling to that guy. I saw the worm guy and was in the mode that I was selling to him. Realized I shouldn't be selling those yellow guys until later. Yeah, we're going to take our free fight. This is going to be just an easy win for us. Yeah, so I mean, the gumball's there, bumping that up to 20. It's a nice little damage boost. I mean, we'll see how much damage this thing actually does at the end of this fight. I actually didn't look last fight because I was too busy looking at how many times it fired. Unbelievable. Yeah, our build here is just insane. I might on camera, first time, go 10 for 10. Or 10-0. I guess that is 10 for 10. 120 damage is, yeah, not very much, but like, jeez. Like, legitimately, I wonder if I should just pile everything on the left side here and just be trying to fire this core as much as possible. I guess it's like when Micro Dave fires, he's pretty happy. This Ray could definitely go. But this guy might have a lot of hit points, so we're going to keep it for now. Something really that exciting that I want to use to replace it anyway. Soma. 20. He's less hit points than me? Oh, no. This guy's toast. Oh, maybe not. I was getting a little cocky there. Haste 3 items. Wow, this is fast. Property to the left. Double value. Okay, maybe he's got better stuff going on than I do. I lied. I guess even with shield, 800 fire per second, even if it's only doing 400 per half second. He generated 4,000 shield. And we just burned through all of it. Because we did 4,000 damage. Ah, this build is crazy. This character is nuts. I've played. This is now my 6th time playing this character, and 3 of them I've had 10 wins in, which is absolutely nuts. Non-weapon items. You're all misses. What are you? Burn both players 20. Haste adjacent items for 4 seconds. Adjacent vehicles have their things cooldown. That seems cool, but I don't. 9 seconds is long. I don't think I want that. We're already doing very silly stuff. That's not helpful here. Yeah, sure. Ooh. Yep. We're going to overclock. Two good choices for us, really. Yeah, that was great. Sure. Let's see if we can get like a little fire boost. This is just for selling stuff. Chocolate bar. No luck there. Oh, we're going to put on the Uzi. We have more weapon stuff on here. Yeah, weapon boost there. Shield boost there, doesn't matter. Oh, I don't know why I did the coconuts. That's not what I thought it was. So now I have to do this silly thing where I sell that back to just make the money back. We're lagging. Okay. We don't have haste, right? Oh, we do. Yeah, great. %6 cooldown versus hasting. It's only a 50-50 shot that'll hit him on the haste, though. Tough to say. I'm sure there's a mathematical answer that I can't be bothered to figure out right now. I mean, now it's just a question of how quickly. I mean, this kinetic cannon, which looks like another fun Dooley build, by the way, with lots of small things. Hey, First Aiden, welcome back to the team. We don't want big things. Gumballs are okay, but I'm just going to do this lazy thing. The amount of work that you have to do with the gumballs of buying them is like legitimately off-putting for me. This is a lot like our... This is a lot like this. I think we want this. I think this maybe replaces our Omega Ray. We're going to buy it. We could go full Ray. I think we're not going to, though. It's a Diamond Ray, though. Oh, man. This works with the Uzi. I mean, I've got to be curious at least, right? We got to like tool around and see what stuff happens. All right, we're gonna try I know that this one works. We're gonna go for a little slower here in terms of firing our core, which I think is not our core design, but like this seems entertaining. Let's see how much the Uzi ends up doing if we have this Ray core combo. Ooh, our opponent's running all sorts of things that we don't know anything about. Yeah, most of these are like little expansion-y things. Well, he's certainly firing a lot of stuff at us. Oh, he slowed us down. Do we just lose? No, okay. Whew, panic. Put a lot of pain on us. But I guess just not enough defense. Wow, this did an insane amount of work. Holy crap. Uzi's up to 275 damage. I don't think it's enough to warrant the... I think we're just all in on our core doing silly stuff. But it was a good lesson. All in on the core doing silly stuff. Sure, more loot seems good. Everything faster. Can't say no to that. Diamond version. This is maybe what we want. Let's take it for now. Fire the core. I mean, it's too slow. All right, so let's get out of the Ray business. Let's fire off the feather. Nitro. GPU. yeah, I think this is the way to go. And then this guy's got his like machine guns that he fires really quickly, but we're gonna do everything way, 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 way faster than he is. Yeah, see, we're just at this point just firing off small stuff to charge the core. So the core can do all the work. He actually did do a fair amount of damage to us. So we are strictly on blitz territory. What is this? I don't think I've ever had this before. Use all your items. When you use an item, deal 100 damage. That's kind of dope. Like, is that better than Dave and one item? We're upgrading our core. Are we? Upgrade the rocket boosters? That's exactly the guy we were talking about, V1 and V2. That's pretty lucky. Sells enchanted items. Yeah, I mean, this is why we have $57. When you gain burn, haste your items 1 second. So everything is essentially going to be perma-hasted. But I don't get perks for hasting. This fires pretty quickly. Haste 2 items. These are really tempting. I feel like I should be doing these instead of Microdave. I think I should be doing this instead of Microdave. When you burn, haste everything by 1 second. I'm just constantly going to have stuff hasted, which is redundant for the cog, redundant for the GPU. So this is a slightly better effect for us. We're going to buy this. I can't afford it. I mean, I can if I sell all these rays. I will use it wisely. Thank you for the tip. All right, let's see if we can finish off here. I'm tempted to try the Eclipse thing. What would I swap out? These other... No, everything is just on its own hasting thing now. No, let's just do this. We're just going to jam our core. I think this is like... Yeah, we'll see. I mean, maybe our opponent's doing something else very silly. We can goof around with it otherwise. I am curious. And if I wasn't really hoping for this 10 out of 10, I would maybe try. Our opponent looks like they're doing something cool. They're not even running their core. Oh, yeah, they're definitely doing something cool. Yeah, too quick. The metronome for these two, firing them off. Really cool. Pretty sexy. The dream is dead. All right, I gotta pause. I'll be right back. Okay, let's see if we can finish. I have a meeting, but the other person is not ready yet. Yeah, so we were fast, but our opponent was just faster in the previous one. I feel like that doesn't necessarily... It's not a proof of anti-con. I should have tried the super bot thing here. Well, let's use this as our baseline. When we're firing this strat here, we fire this 11 times when this fires 12 times for 3,700 damage, 364 fire. So this like 12 times, 11 times is going to be our sort of point of comparison here. Not bad considering the number of times we fire it. Do I have a tool? Nope. Okay. Not the best, but not the worst. Yeah, throw a query on something. Can I throw it on this? What does that even do? An adjacent item gains 20% crit. Fascinating. Ooh, tough comparison against the guy who punishes us for playing lots of things. Well, now's the time to swap, right? Let's make some room. When you use an item, deal 100 damage. The first time you fall below half, use this. And then we want this to be firing. Actually, I guess we still just want the Uzi to be firing the most. These are all our fastest things. These are all our fastest things. Let's give it a shot. See how it looks against the Void Golem, who's just going to destroy something random. Okay. And then we're going to get punished pretty severely by these caltrops here. And we outrace them. So when this fired 9 times, this fired only 4 times versus like 12, 11. So we had a lot less fires over here, but this did 1,300 damage. This doubled the effectiveness of this. But we halved. That's a tough call. That's actually pretty similar. I think in this fight, actually, it was destroy an item on each player's board for the fight. Do I have to take this? Is this good? Maybe this is good because I'll have a bunch of weenie things. So the odds of it hitting my core are really low. So actually, I won't run the Eclipse now. And I'll just hope to hit something significant on their side. That's pretty dirty and hilarious. Are we already diamond? Yeah, I forget about this. The scrap metal thing means that like actually upgrading your core is like not always the best choice. That's pretty cool, but I already charged just by doing stuff. That's cool too. I feel like we could do cool things with that, but I just don't think we need to. I think it distracts from our primary nonsense. Sure. Crypto just randomly turns into money, so, you know, it's not bad. All right. You got to go, Micro Dave. I need room. Adjacent crit chances. I guess I want this to crit. I want this to crit, but then it's... Yeah, I think that's okay. The problem is that this is then away from this, right? But I'll haste this 50% of the time and give it crit chances. It's already getting a lot of crit chances. Whatever. I think the fight is so fast that this like crit chance thing actually it doesn't even do its job. Oh, but the GPU gives haste. So actually I am being redundant here because who cares if it's got like 40 seconds of haste? That fight's not even going to last that long. All right, let's see. So we blew up this and we blew up their lighter. I don't know how bad it is that we blew up their lighter. They look like they're very fire focused too. Uh-oh. Looks like it's close. I think we're ahead though. Yeah, we got shields and stuff. Where did our shields come from? Oh, our shields come from our mid-fight thing. All right. So not 10-0, but 10-1. It's actually our first 10 victory. Dooley is the GOAT. That's what I've walked away from this. So, yeah, pretty exciting. Fun core build where I really just focused on doing the core rather than the effects of the core. I haven't done that quite yet. I find there's just so much neat, cool combo potential with this, and playing stuff that like seems like a random bad chaff along with the core is good. This shiny Uzi really made our whole game pretty exciting. So thanks for watching. Love to hear your comments, and I'll see you around.